Being a small business owner isn't just a career, it's a calling. Chase for Business knows how much heart and effort go into building something of your own. Manage all your business finances, from banking to payments to credit cards, all in one place with their digital tools. Plus, access online resources designed to help your business thrive. Learn more at chase.com/business. Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. The Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Copyright 2025 JP Morgan Chase & Company.
Hiscox Small Business Insurance knows there is no business like your business. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses, from accountants and architects to photographers and yoga instructors, look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com. That's HISCOX.com. There's no business like small business. Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Okay, I have 30 seconds to explain Canva. That's impossible, but here's a glimpse. Canva can take your presentations to another level. With Canva Video, you can generate awesome videos with one prompt. Canva Docs lets you create stunning visual documents, reports, plans, whatever. Magic Write can write in your voice using AI. And Canva Sheets makes spreadsheets people will actually like. Canva lets you bring your big ideas to life as fast as you can think of them. Put imagination to work at canva.com.
Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is a breaking news update from Bloomberg. Instant reaction and analysis from our 3,000 journalists and analysts around the world.
Apple shares actually moving into the moving into the green, Carol.
They
in the
are.
After hours, up about just ever so slightly, 0.4%.
I don't see a new headline, but yeah, investors coming in as stocks up about 0.2%, 0.3% here.
Okay, well, there were some beats and there were some misses. Let's start with the misses. Fourth quarter, Greater China revenue, a big miss there. $14.49 billion. The estimate was for $16.43 billion. Overall revenue, though, coming in above $100 billion. That for the first time ever for the September quarter. Greater China revenue, 12% below consensus estimates. Services came in with a nice beat. Another miss, surprisingly, the iPhone, $49.03 billion versus $49.3 billion.
Yeah, Mark Gurman saying operating expenses, which everyone is now closely watching thanks to Meta, came in line with expectations of $15.91 billion. I'm sure we will hear more about AI investing on the call. That's coming from our Mark Gurman, who covers Apple so closely and looks at consumer tech overall. Let's get to it with Jay Goldberg. He's senior analyst, semiconductors and electronics at Seaport Research Partners. He's got a buy on Apple, joining us from San Francisco. Take it away, Apple. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks okay. It's not perfect. It's not totally clean, but it's got some good stuff. It's got some, okay stuff.
Go ahead, Carol.
Well, what's good? What's okay?
I mean, just going against my numbers, it looks like services is much stronger than I expected. iPhone was good. iPad was surprisingly good. I don't know if anyone tracks that anymore, but iPad was good. And gross margins were better than expected. I've been a little cautious about gross margins in consumer companies lately because memory prices are going up. But that's not, I don't see that in Apple's numbers. So, the China stuff, you pointed that out. I think that's concerning, not entirely surprising.
It's not surprising, but it's 12% below consensus. Why? So it surprised some people.
Yeah, I mean, just given the state of the world, I think expecting too much from an American company selling into China right now is going to always disappoint. But, hopefully we have a trade deal and that all goes away.
It's a trade truce, I think, is the way that we heard about it today.
Trade truce. Is
a trade truce enough for that to go away?
I think so. I think more practically what was going on in China is the iPhone Air is not available there. It's hard to get here. Production hasn't fully ramped yet. And I think that's going to be the real hit, right? And this is Apple. They know how to get their supply chain in time for the year-end holiday shopping season. And I don't think the iPhone Air is readily available in China. So I think that will help. And so if you're a Chinese consumer and you're looking at it, you see the iPhone Air coming, you're going to hold off on your iPhone purchases now and wait for that.
All right, shares of Apple now up about 1% here in the aftermarket, so bouncing around, no doubt about it. Our Mark Gurman on our live blog, who covers Apple and often is breaking exclusives on the company, noting that while China is harsh, they are likely pleased, investors, they are likely pleased with the overall revenue growth of 8%, the giant services number, that's something Jay just pointed out, and the 6% year-over-year iPhone growth, overall a solid quarter. So top of mind for you, like what is it that what do you want to know more from when it comes to Apple here, Jay?
I think I'm willing to wait on the AI story. I know your previous guest was talking about that, and he's absolutely right. The AI story is important for Apple, but I don't think it's important today. I can wait 6 months, 9 months, a year for them to sort it out. Right? Remember when Apple Maps launched, whatever, 10 years ago? It was terrible. It was a joke. Now I use Apple Maps more than I use Google Maps. It's gotten better. Sometimes Apple just takes a while to get there. So I'm okay waiting with it. They need to solve it. That's really important, but they don't need to solve it this quarter. I would like to just hear them talk about supply chain and what's going on in China, and what's driving. What are the dynamics in the iPhone business? I think that's the most important.
Is there a compelling reason for people to upgrade to 17, to the iPhone 17?
I think the Air is pretty intriguing. I'm on the fence. I usually upgrade every year. I think I'm going to hold out though, because I'm pretty sure they're going to have a foldable phone next year. So that'll be exciting. But I think that everyone I talk to has the Air is just raves about it. Like they're enthusiastic about this iPhone in a way that I haven't heard people be enthusiastic about an iPhone in many years.
Just to rehash, we've got now shares of Apple up about 1.8% here in the aftermarket. So this is despite those disappointing sales in China, which did fall short of analyst estimates, but strong overall sales in the period. Hey, let's go to our LA bureau for a moment. We're going to come back to Jay Goldberg in just a minute or two. Mark Gurman is Bloomberg News managing editor for global consumer technology. He is out there in our LA bureau. Mark, fascinating in a short period of time, 12 minutes, to see the stock being sold off a little bit to now rallying almost 2%. Walk us through this quarter. What stands out here?
Yeah, what stands out here is iPhone obviously grew tremendously, 6% year over year. They beat in nearly every product category except the iPad had an extremely slight miss on Wall Street forecasts. And again, those are just forecast numbers that get made up anyways. So I don't think too big of a deal there. The big one, though, is a big decline and miss in Greater China. I think some of that can be attributed to the iPhone Air delay, which was not expected. When they originally announced the iPhone Air, they anticipated a September release alongside the other models. That model has been doing decently in China since it was released just about a week ago now. The other thing to point out is the seesaw you saw. Originally, the stock dipped on the China development, and maybe iPhone sales weren't as strong as some had anticipated. But Tim Cook told news outlets that got pre-briefed on the Apple earnings results earlier today that the December quarter would grow 10 to 12% on an annual basis, which is obviously a fantastic jump for them. That is a year-over-year growth in the holiday period we have not seen for a very long time. And Apple hasn't provided guidance in a very long time because of COVID and everything that's happened since then. So it's pretty significant.
Yeah, shares up 2.9% as we speak right now. Mark, just one more question for you, and then I know you got to run. On China and the big miss on China, you said it's not too surprising, yet still came in 12% below consensus estimates. I'm not going to say Apple should throw in the towel in China, but how vulnerable is Apple in China?
They're certainly vulnerable in China, but they have obviously a big retail portfolio there of about 50 stores. As I've said multiple times, they need to start launching products that are specific to the Chinese market. They still don't have their AI strategy together in China. And so we'll see once AI is implemented in iPhones in China next year, if that begins helping turn some things around. And we'll see, we're going to have some pent-up demand in China now for the current quarter, the first quarter, the holiday period, because the iPhone Air didn't go on sale in September during the September period.
All right, Mark, we know you got to run over to the TV side, so appreciate you jumping on with us. Mark Gurman, he's Bloomberg News managing editor for global consumer tech. Really, as we remind everybody, our go-to on Apple, breaking all these exclusive. And right now, the stock is trending higher, now up about 0.5%. I will point out that Mark mentioned some news that the chief financial officer had shared with some various media outlets. I'm just looking at the Financial Times. And again, just going back to that, Apple gave a bullish outlook for its crucial holiday sales period, reported record annual profit. Today, the CFO, Kevin Parek, saying Apple expects total company revenue to grow 10 to 12% year over year in the 3 months to December, with iPhone revenue growing double digits. So that's what Mark was talking about. And that is probably why we are seeing Apple shares do that turnaround, now up almost 4% in the aftermarket.
Yeah, pretty remarkable to see the turnaround. But, that's what happens. And you get more detail from executives. The call hasn't even started yet. So we'll wait for the call also to start, and maybe we'll see some more movement there too. Just to repeat, fourth quarter iPad revenue coming in ever so slightly below estimates at $6.95 billion. Products revenue coming in above estimates. Greater China revenue, a big miss there, $14.49 billion, 12% below consensus estimates of $16.43 billion. Fourth quarter earnings per share coming in above estimates at $1.85. Mac revenue beating at $8.73 billion. Fourth quarter services revenue also a beat there, $28.75 billion.
Quite a turnaround in the aftermarket trade.
For enterprise organizations, managing all your food needs is a tall order. But with EasyCater, you get a single workplace food vendor with the tools and resources to make it easy, giving teams across your organization an easy way to order from a huge variety of restaurants, all on one platform. All while consolidating your corporate food spend so you can control costs, streamline billing and payment, and simplify reporting. EasyCater, your business tool for food. To learn more, visit easycater.com/podcast.
The forces shaping markets and the economy are often hiding behind a blur of numbers.
So that's why we created The Big Take from Bloomberg Podcasts, to give you the context you need to make sense of it all.
Every day, in just 15 minutes, we dive into one global business story that matters.
You'll hear from Bloomberg journalists like Matt Levine.
A lot of this meme stock stuff is, I think, embarrassing to the SEC.
Amanda Mull, who writes our Businessweek buying power column.
Very few companies who go viral are totally prepared for what that means.
And Zoe Tillman, senior legal reporter.
Courts are not supposed to decide elections. Courts are not really supposed to play a big role in choosing our elected leaders. It's for the voters to decide.
Follow the Big Take podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen.